In this video, I'm not only going to show you the absolute best ICT concept to trade, I'm going to break down the tips that really no ICT trader talks about when they're trading this model. So if you stay until the end of the video, I guarantee you will be a better smart money trader by the time you finish watching. Let's get into it. All right, so if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, my name is Darren. I go by Champagne Trades. I'm a full-time day trader. I've been trading since 2015, and I'm an ICT trader. I've traded a lot of different strategies, bro, like a lot of them. Support and resistance, EMA crossover, supply and demand, all kind of stuff. Bollinger Bands, you name it. But now I'm a sniper, and it's because I'm trading the algorithm that the stock market runs on. If you know, you know. So the model we're going to be talking about today is a market maker model. It is my absolute favorite model to trade. It is ICT's one setup for life. He said if he could only trade one model for the rest of his life, that would be it. And I completely understand why. And after trading it and making six figures and helping multiple people get 6 and 7 figures in funding, get all types of payouts, all types of withdrawals just from trading this model, I understand why. So before we hop into the model, let's just talk purely about the market and how it works. When you think about the market, a lot of people think trading is gambling because it is similar to a casino in a way. You have to have an edge if you want to consistently make money. A lot of people go into the market with no edge, no discipline, no risk management, and they blow a lot of money and then they say it doesn't work. That's why they say 90% of traders fail. I think that number is a little different now, but that's why they say that, because a lot of people don't have what it takes to succeed in trading. It's not like regular investing. If you're a day trader, if you're trying to make money consistently and make it as income versus just putting money in a stock like Apple or Tesla and letting it grow over time, it's going to require more discipline because there's more risk involved when you're putting your money on the line day by day. So we got to understand that the market is not here for everybody to be a millionaire. It's not here for us all to succeed. If it was, they would have taught us this in grade school. It's a reason that the world doesn't teach us certain survival skills, just certain things that would advance us. We have to learn these things on our own. So with that being said, you need to know that one of the main reasons that the market even moves is based on liquidity. The market engineers liquidity to go take it. What does that mean to the person who does not know anything about trading? It means that the market will put people in a position similar to what you're looking at on the screen, how people would buy, keep buying, and they would put their stop losses underneath all these swing lows just for price to smart money reverse when no one's looking, run down really fast and take all of their stop losses, take them all out of their positions. So if you are aware of this, you can prepare for this. That's why this model is one of my favorites to trade, because as a retail trader for so long, I was so used to being on the wrong side of the market. Tell me you can't relate to this. You're in the market, a setup looks good as hell, but then it reverses, slaps your stop loss, and then eventually goes in your direction once you have no more money left. That's because you were on the wrong side of the curve. You were on the wrong side of a market maker model. So when you know this ahead of time, you can let the manipulation happen first. You can even see the manipulation being set up. When I see price staggering to a key level and I see it leaving all of these untapped swing lows behind, I know that price is going to take all of these buyers out of their position if they're still holding on and being greedy. And they're going to do it fast so that they don't have time to get out their position. You don't have to take my word for it. You can literally look on your charts. I mean, I literally take this same model and I've called trades live in front of people, in front of my group, for over 2 years. I help multiple people get payouts using the same model, so you can try it out on your own. All right, so let's just talk about how the model works. What you want to see is you want to see price go to a key level. Now we're going to be talking about a market maker buy model in this situation. So you will look for price to go down to a key level, and once it gets to that key level, you want to see price start to reverse. Now, how do we know price is actually reversing once it gets to that key level? You'll start seeing things like order blocks starting to hold bullish. You'll see things like market structure shifts, just bullish order flow in general, and then you'll see that price is starting to run up towards all of these seller stop losses very fast. So looking at this price action, we can see that price has basically just dumped. And when we look at this swing low here and this swing high here, we know that price has dumped below the halfway point of that range, which means that it is now in a discount. If you are going to be a buyer, you want to buy in discount. And if you're going to be a seller, you want to sell above the 50% mark, which is in a premium. So what do we look for? We look for PD arrays in that discount range. And we look to the left here, we see that we have 3 consecutive down close candles. And then we have price breaking here, giving us a bullish order block. All right, so now we're on our 15-minute chart and we see that price has been leaving untapped highs. So when we see that these untapped highs are left open, then we know that it's a strong chance that price is going to smart money reverse once it gets down to a key level and then run up fast to take all of those sellers out of their positions. So instead of being a seller that's on the wrong side of the market, we want to look for some type of confirmation that price is reversing, and then we can get in the market and go long. All right, so now on this 15-minute chart, we see that we have made it down to the 4-hour order block, and we look for those signs of reversal. So the first thing I look for is I look to see what on the left side of the curve is being disrespected, because if price was going to continue to go lower, these bearish fair value gaps would probably hold. These bearish order blocks would probably hold. So when I start to see them getting disrespected, I know that price is probably losing bearish momentum and the shift is probably about to start. So this is pretty much what I would anticipate. I would look over here and start looking at all of these bearish PD arrays, and I will look for them to get ran through. I will look for price to basically break and retest them. So I will look for something like this, or retest off of that, break this and then retest off of that. Boom, just keep mitigating these bearish PD arrays until we either reverse and start disrespecting bullish PD arrays, or we're just going to climb all the way up and keep on breaking these bearish PD arrays, bearish order block, bearish order block, bearish fair value gaps. We just keep breaking them, retesting them, and then riding all the way up to the original consolidation. So now you want to go on your entry time frame so you can look to get into the market. So now we're on the 1 minute time frame. We see that we also have a 1 minute market maker buy model, because we have all these untapped highs as well on this time frame. So we have a model within a model. So now all you want to do is wait for price to open up, the 9:30 open, get to around 10 a.m., maybe the 9:50 macro, sometimes even later around the 10:50 macro, or even the 10 to 11 silver bullet window. Any of those times work for you to get into the market and take advantage of this move. All these untapped highs over here, this trend line of just liquidity resting, we're looking to take all of that out with these buys. So we see that right here, we have that 15-minute inversion gap being retested. You can literally look to go long right there if you want, and just target the highs with a safe stop loss. So in this scenario, I'm probably going to put my stop loss like right up underneath the inversion fair value gap, safety first, and then you can just look to target those equal highs. Boom. You can see that price is just respecting bullish order flow. The bullish fair value gaps are holding, the bullish order blocks are holding, and then eventually we just climb and we keep climbing. One more last manipulation leg, and then we get to the top for the TP, and you can see the market maker model is complete. So this is just my absolute favorite model to trade. I honestly used to trade supply and demand, so I will be trying to go short at places like this and getting clapped, in places like this and getting clapped, and like this, and all of this, man. I would just be trading these random areas of price action with no narrative. Now that I trade the market maker model on ICT concepts, I have a lot more narrative. I know exactly why my trades are winning, and I know exactly why my trades are losing. That helps me to improve. I can make less mistakes. A lot of people say that a lot of traders fail because they don't have good psychology or they don't have good discipline. The truth is, if you have a good strategy that actually makes sense and that works for real, your psychology will be a lot less harder to deal with. When I lose a trade, I know that within my next probably 2 to 3 trades, I'm going to catch a move like this. So the small loss that I take, hell, the last 5 small losses that I take, even if I took 5 in a row, one winner would probably wipe them out. So that's why I don't have a lot of stress when I'm trading. It's not because I just know this strategy is going to win. It's because I've actually put the work in. I've tracked the data behind what I'm doing, so I'm able to trust the system. A lot of you don't trust your system, but you also don't trust yourself. I trust my system over myself because I'm human and I'm not perfect. I have emotions like fear and greed, and those things really never go away in the market. You just learn to manage it better. You're not going to get rich overnight in trading. It's over time, not overnight. I hope you guys were able to get some value from this video. Until the next one, I'm out.